Yeah, hello. Hi, you're welcome to this session. It's a welcoming session to Quadcore Technologies Limited. We are excited, very excited to have you go through this slide. Going through this slide means that you have just joined the team and we're excited to welcome you. Like the animation that you can see at the welcome page, we love you so much. We are giving you a big bear hug and we're welcoming you to Quadcore Technologies Limited. We believe that by God's grace, your time with us will be a beautiful time in your career and in your history, and we'll be able to add value to you as an individual and to everything that you do, and it will be a remarkable time by the grace of God. So, our objective for going through the slide, it's just a major focus, a simple and concise focus, is to introduce the legal entity Quadcore Technologies to you. If you want to go into a relationship with anyone or any business or any brand, you want to actually understand who is the person, what are the values of the person, how does the person behave, and so on, so that you'll be able to know whether this is the kind of relationship you want to be in or not. So the objective of this slide is to introduce the legal entity Quadcore Technologies to you, and I believe that by the time we are done with this introduction, you'll get to understand Quadcore Technologies no more. So I'd love to give you a brief history of the corporate entity referred to as Quadcore Technologies Limited. So Quadcore Technologies Limited applied for its licensing, processed its certificate, and interestingly, it was incorporated on the 14th of February 2013. 14th of February 2013. Interestingly, all over the globe, 14th of February is called Valentine's Day. It's a day of love, and it's a coincidence that the certificate came out exactly and was dated that 14th of February. Although the application had started since I think December or January, and it got dated 14th February. So that's why one of the things that is common to us in Quadcore Technologies is the show of love. We always ensure that we show love to everyone that is part of the family. We run as a family, though we don't see ourselves just as a business entity. We see ourselves as a family, and everyone that joins becomes a member of the family automatically. And whether you are there or you've gone, you are still considered to be a part of the family. The main objective of setting up Quadcore Technologies was to provide information technology related services. In Nigeria, a lot of people incorporate companies, and you see a lot of listings. People will tell you they do general contract, general merchandise, etc. However, we were very precise and concise in the objectives that we actually set out in our memorandum of association that is normally filled with the Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria. And our objective is primarily simply focused on information technology related services. And we believe that we'll start from Nigeria as a company, we'll go down to Africa, and then from Africa we'll hit the whole world. So the world is our target, and that's what we're actually going for. However, Nigeria is the starting point, and we've been trying our little best in Nigeria. Our core area of strength is software development. While information technology is a quite wide word to use, because we have a lot of branches under information technology, we want to actually make you understand clearly that our major objective and our major focus as an organization is into software development and capacity building. However, we are not restricted, we are not limited to do jobs that are only software development and capacity building job. We are open to that task, but our core area of strength is software development and capacity building. Yeah, so let's dive a little bit deeper into understanding this legal individual named Quadcore Technologies Limited. So Quadcore is actually a combination of two words, the word quad and the word core. The word quad stands for four, as in quad is actually four, 1, 2, 3, 4, majorly, while core refers to a very vital component, a shell, a pillar, something fundamental. So if you bring the two words together, we're saying like four core, four shells, four pillars, four fulcrums. So, and majorly the four pillars that we actually stand on is technology. Number one, we believe in the use of technology to actually solve problems, technology to make life simpler, deploying technologies to like make everything more friendly. Interestingly, as in I give you this background, when we're trying to register the company, we try to use the name Technology Solution Strategy. We couldn't get that name because it was already taken by someone else. We tried to use TSS Limited, it didn't work. So at the end of the day, we settled down for Quadcore. So we looked at technology, which is so everything that we can do to simplify the way humans do their things is what the technology aspect of a Quadcore is actually all about. Then we talk of solutions. Solutions is not just restricted to software. It could be hardware, it could be videos, it could be training. Anything that solves a problem is what we are known for. Anything that solves a problem, a real life problem. So one of the things we like at Quadcore is to find problems. We like looking for problems. No, take note, I didn't say we find trouble. We are not troublemakers. We actually find problems. Problems are things that limit people from being able to do what they want to do. It challenges them, it restricts them. So what we try to do is we look at problems and we look at how can we solve this problem so that it no longer poses threat. It is no longer a problem to the person that is in question or to the person that is experiencing it. And while we are looking at technology and solution, we also approach it from a point of strategy, as in we are strategic about approaching technologies and solutions. We don't just throw you a solution that complicates your life, and we look at how it strategically fits in. We look at how we can strategically move from the existing system to a new solution that we have preferred and so on. So it is a whole encompassing stuff. It's technology, it's solution, and it's strategy. And finally, the most important part of the pillars is actually God. At Quadcore Technologies, we believe in God. We believe that God helps you through everything you need to do. However, this doesn't mean that we don't play our part. We have an understanding that we do our own part, and then God will do for us the part that He needs to do for us. For instance, you might be the best scientist that exists, but if you don't have good health, you might not be able to do much. It's God that gives good. We've seen people that live right, and yet they have health challenges. And we've seen people that have done everything wrong in the book, and they don't have a single health challenge. So we believe that God is a fundamental part of anything that we want to do, as in if we want to attain success in it. So I believe you have been able to see the four core as in the next. Let's move on to our logo. Our logo, of course, is made up of four also, as in it's like we are Mr. Four. It's funny, everything that you're seeing about us, four, 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 four. As in, we are not 444 Viettel actually. As in, so let's do this. So we have the red. If you observe, we have four blocks there. Then the black has an extension of like Q, which shows like the Q of the quad core. It's more like we are forming a Q, but we are using blocks to actually form a Q. And we have the red colors, our colors. If you observe, the colors were thick at the edge and then they blended in. That means that it works together. We blend together. All the cardinal points blend together to form one entity. We have the red, which stands for love and passion, as in that means that we love what we do, we are passionate about what we do, we give our heart and everything to what we do. So as in that love and passion is actually a very important part of what we do. Then we have the green. The green has to do with prosperity, as in we believe in prosperity, we believe in money, as in we believe in making a lot of it, as in so, and we look forward to making more money with you on our team. Blue stands for spread. If you look at the earth, like people that have been privileged to move out of the earth, they will say if you look at the earth from outside, what one of the major things you see is the big blue ball. The blue is actually standing for the ocean, which is the widest land mass of the earth, as in we have water all over the earth. So as in that is what the blue actually stands for, which is spread. And lastly, we have the black color, which stands for strength. So as in this is actually what our logo is all about. And with this, I believe that with the previous slide, you've gotten to know a little bit about us. Let me take you deeper into the journey. I'm sure you are getting to know who we are and why we do what we do gradually. The next thing I want to talk about is our vision. Our vision is very precise and concise. We want to provide world-class solution at the most competitive price. As in, we are looking at affordability. We feel that technology should be affordable, as in we are not talking about whether it's expensive or not expensive, as in it should be affordable. I want to ensure that we give you the most affordable price. That's why when we come up with our designs and our concepts, we try to come up with things that are very, very affordable, as in things that are like almost like nobody can actually compete with it. We want to give out things at almost no value, as in because we want to actually solve problems in our world. Yeah, so let's talk about our mission. Our mission is how do we achieve what we want to, we are set out to achieve in our vision. That is how to get to where we want to get to. And basically, first, as in these are the things that we prioritize in our mission. The first thing we do about our mission is we try to understand what the client needs. As in, we are not in a hurry to push what we think on clients. Our own approach is to listen to the clients, listen to the pain areas, listen to the problem areas, so that we understand exactly what you are actually saying to us. We just don't want to give you what we think you are saying to us. We learn to listen. So listening is a very important and vital culture for you in our organization, wherever you find yourself. you don't joke with listening. You need to listen to understand what you are being told. Don't just we are not in a hurry to jump into, say, solving a problem without understanding what the problem is. So you must build a very strong culture of listening if you want to work with us. Number two, we comply to standards. Like, we look at standards, there are standards like there is this international standard organization called ISO. We try to actually pattern our solutions and our activities along the line of standards. We don't want to create a solution. Remember, in our vision, we want to bring world class solutions. So we don't want to just create solutions because, oh, okay, we want to just pick up the money, we want to make it cheap. We want to make it cheap while not compromising on standard. We want to observe every standard that is set out in the book. We want to observe that we want to ensure that we follow every standard laid out in the book so that we can be able to give you quality. So quality is very, very important to us. Then we don't joke with the culture of customer service. There is a saying, they say customer is the king, although our own saying is more than just customer is the king. We tell you customer is the king and we own the palace. So, as in, while the customer is the king, there is a way you behave inside the palace because we own the palace. With this also, we don't actually compromise the experience of quality that the customer is expecting to get from us. So customer service is germane. So anything you are doing, you are actually thinking of the customer. You are thinking of how the customer will feel, how well the customer would have been served at the end of the day by your activity. So it is very, very important. It's basic for us that whenever you are actually reviewing a decision, the actions and decisions are taken most essentially because of the customer. Next is, because we want to give you world-class solution, we need to be abreast of world-class best practices, opportunities, and everything that is available. So we don't joke with the culture of learning and relearning. We expect you to, we provide resources for you to learn. We provide resources like internet. And when we give you internet in our office, we are not giving you internet because we are expecting you to go and be using YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all this social media stuff. That's not the reason why we are making provision of internet available. We make our internet available because we want you to actually be able to learn and relearn. There are tons of training manuals all over the internet. A lot of them are free, and once you understand why we are giving you an up, as in heads up about the organization, is so that you will know the kind of information that is value adding to the organization, the kind of information, the kind of things that we expect you to go through as a member of this organization. We also know that we cannot achieve this without having an employee friendly environment. Therefore, we don't actually run an environment that is hostile to employee. We don't intimidate you. We don't want you to be afraid in the office. We run a very friendly office. You can approach anybody. You can ask any question, as in you have that freedom of association. You can easily access anyone you choose to access, and as in clarify anything you need to clarify at any point in time. We are not a hopeful, we are very friendly people. And lastly, we have continuous research and development. We do research into what are the people's need. If you remember, when I was talking about our, as in those are the things that is very important to us. We talked about solving problems. We look more at solving problems. So this is how we look forward to like achieving our vision of giving you a world-class solution at the most competitive price. I would expect that at the end of the day, you can actually tell us the vision without referring to any material, because the vision will guide all the decisions that you will make when you are working with us. So what are the core values? What are the things that we value so much? What are the things that we don't joke with? What are the things that if we find it in you, you are like a pearl to us in Quadcore Technologies Limited? The first thing is efficiency. Efficiency is, at the end of the day, the total input and output, as in we should derive a value, as in the value that will derive after the input should be more than just what you put in. In other words, after putting everything in, we should get a result. Efficiency is all about the result, and the result must outweigh what you have put in. You know, you are not just throwing things in. When you throw things in and then at the end of the day you don't get result that is higher than what you have invested, then that means that it is not an efficient system. Efficient systems must be able to give you results that outweighs the investment, what you put inside it. So as an individual, you are actually expected to be very, very efficient. Two, dependability, as in we expect you to be dependable. There are people that you will have arrangement with, and then the day you are supposed to start the training, they call in sick. We don't expect to have those kind of members on our team. As in, we expect people that will plan their time, that will know that, oh, fine, as in I'm supposed to start a program, I sleep at the right time, I do the right things I need to do so that I can be available, as in for what I'm supposed to do. As in, we are more interested in having someone that is actually dependable, that is available when he's supposed to be available, than somebody that will sit down 24 hours in the office and then the day that you actually need the service of the person is unavailable. Like one of my bosses said the other time, Mr. Ram, he was telling me that he prefers staff that are actually like more work oriented than just trying to fulfill the culture and ethics of work. As in other words, it's more important, it's not as important for you to be a marking attendance as to you delivering results in your work. So you must be dependable in what you are expected to do. Thirdly, we value teamwork. Teamwork, as in we expect you to work together, not to work against each other. It's a team, as in at the end of the day, we either win together as a team or we lose it all as a team. If you are trying to be the best and while you are scheming, you are pulling others down, you are actually going to destroy the final output of the entire team as a whole. So we expect teamwork. We expect everybody to work together, to bond together. We expect, that's why I told you right from the beginning that we see ourselves as a family. We see you as a brother, as a sister, and that's why we don't go like, as in, of course, for your brother and your sister, I know that you will not want to attack your brother, or you want to destroy your brother, so that this thing. So as in, teamwork is a very important part of our core values. Another value that we don't joke with is innovation and creativity. We don't expect to have robots on our team. You know, robots are actually very limited. Robots can only work based on instruction. Anything robots will do, you must have programmed it either directly by programming, or it learns it through machine learning and artificial intelligence. But robots can only work in a pattern. They cannot be creative, instantaneous with, they cannot be spontaneous with ideas. So why you are human is because one of the things we want in you on our team is your innovation and your creativity. We don't expect you to just be like a blockhead that will be like, oh, do this, do that. You don't need to always work under programming. You have to do this, then do this, then do this. You have to also be creative. How can I make this work better? Having understand our mission, our vision, our core values, as in you'll be able to bring in creativity, your creativity that aligns with what we are teaching. Again, we can, for the optimum time, I'm talking about customer. We're customer focused. Anything that you are doing, you are thinking about the customer. How does this affect the customer positively? It's not just as you are not just thinking as in I'm just doing it as in because I'm told to do it. Remember that the person at the end of the whole tunnel is the customer, as in we are customer focused. And lastly, one thing that we don't joke about is transparency and accountability. As in, we expect you to hold yourself accountable. You don't need to get to a point where they call you to account and all those things. As in, you have been assigned a task, you are done with the task, you are supposed to properly document your task and come back and present the report, even if nobody asks you for a report or any information about what you have done. We expect you to actually hold yourself accountable and be transparent. Run your job, do your job in a way that if they stop you in the middle of the job and tell another person to take over from where you are, there wouldn't be discovery of any sorry things. As in, you'll be proud of what you have done, you'll be proud of how far you've gone and all your achievements. So these are our core values: efficiency, dependability, teamwork, innovation and creativity, the customer focused, transparency and accountability. Okay, so now that you've been able to know the entity Quadcore, you've been able to know the core values, the mission and the vision, I would just want to run you through our services. So our major services is we do web design and maintenance, as in you have website, you have anybody that needs website, those are our target audience. We want to give them state-of-the-art website and want to also maintain it and support it for them so that they enjoy their website and they don't have problems with their website. We do software development. That is one of the strongest area of our business. We give you software, whether we need to develop the software, whether we need to source the software for you, and then you buy it and you use, whether on the shelf, off the shelf. We do our analysis, we give you the best that you can have. We build capacity. Capacity building is all about training. We believe in training and retraining and training and retraining, and we keep on doing training and training and training until we get the best. We believe that training is very essential for people to be on the same page with the organization, and that's why we have some solutions from our partner that we've signed with that also has to do with training. We do sales of gadgets and accessories, as in sales of gadgets and accessories, as in we sell some components like that that can actually help you, electronic components for sound, for health and so on. And we also sell toner cartridges, as in that is, we want to give printing solutions so that when you are as a printer you can get still our services at affordable rate. Well, so our products, I will just quickly run through the products. Software product, we have IT Corner learning management system. It's a learning management system from our partners in Dubai, as in they are based in Dubai and we are their Nigerian representatives, and it helps you to create contents for educative contents, as in for schools, universities and organizations, so that they can be able to train their staff and team. We have QSave. It's just a small software for cooperative business, as in people that are saving, cooperatives and loans, as in you can actually use QSave for that services. We have QPOS. It's a point of sale software. It can be used in any store where they are selling and buying. We have Kianich HMO. Kianich is a brand that is owned by Quadcore. We have for HMO and we have for hospitals. HMOs are health maintenance organization that provides NHIS services to people, while the hospital is hospital management system. It's an electronic health record system. We have legal manager, which can be used in a law firm, as in to manage the activities of law firm. Then we have Netbox. Netbox is a bit more robust. It can actually help you to manage a corporate office, especially government offices. It handles file movement, mail movement, and it tracks appointment. And lastly, we have NetVoucher, which is just a voucher creation software. It's basically for public office, as in it doesn't do so much. Under the hardware, we have ion toner cartridge that we sell. We have AirPod Pro. We have the AirPod 2. We have power banks, and we have smartwatch Series 6. And our hardware, you sell, you get commission, you get paid commission on every sale. Lastly, we have partnerships with two organizations. We have partnership with IT Corner, which is an organization based in the UAE, at Dubai, precisely inside UAE, but they have their operations across UAE, US, and some parts of Africa. Then we have a partnership also with Ion Supplies in the sales of their toner cartridges. We are one of their sales people in Nigeria, and we sell their toner cartridges. So basically, with all this, I've come to the end of this slide, and you can actually ask questions, jot down your questions, and then you ask your questions from the admin officer that is appointed to manage and supervise this your training session. I would love you to listen to this training over and over and over again. I wouldn't want you to just listen to it and feel, oh, it's over and I've listened to it. I want you to listen to it at least 3-4 times so that you get to understand us properly. Thank you for coming on the team, and I believe you would have a beautiful time with us.